Hi everyone, my name is Michael McGlade and I am the Director of Technology here at AIS-R. Again, I would like to welcome you. I'm glad that you're going to be our new AIS-R Eagles. Today what I want to do is to give you your login information for Moodle, which is our main technology system here. And you should, in the email, you should see your username and your password. And that username and password gets you into Moodle and also into our email system. Okay, so I'm going to go through Moodle today and show you how you can access your email also. Moodle is our online learning platform, and we use it for what we call blended learning, so to extend the learning that's happening face-to-face in the classroom to an online environment. And teachers at AIS-R use Moodle from kindergarten up through grade 12. Kindergarten to grade 2 use it primarily to communicate with parents, and then from 3rd up through 12th, students access Moodle to find resources, homework, links, and assignments, and can also watch videos, etc. that go with their classes. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you now how to get into Moodle. Alright, so to get to Moodle, which is our main system that we use and as a sort of a portal to all the others, you have to open a web browser. So I'm on a Mac, but it doesn't matter if you're on a Mac or a PC. Just open up Firefox. If you're on a PC, please try to use Firefox or Chrome, not Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer doesn't really work very well with some of our systems. So we try to use Firefox exclusively. So I've opened up Firefox, and you're going to go to this website here, which is Moodle, M-O-O-D-L-E, moodle.aisr.org. Okay, and that when you get here, all the computers on campus have that set as their home page. So it's a good place to start. So anyway, so go to moodle.aisr.org. Okay, and so this is our Moodle page, and you'll see lots of things before you log in. You can see the school calendar for next year, which is pretty handy. Get to know the holidays and things, and plan your trips. Plan early. That's also a good thing to do this time of year, plan your Christmas trip. On the left side, you'll see a link to our school website, which I'm sure you've seen already. There's also 3 links here to Skyward. Skyward is our student information system. That's where you'll have your gradebook. That's where you take attendance. So you will be teachers, obviously, so you would click on Skyward Teachers. That would show you your gradebook and your classes, your schedule, etc., etc. And also that's where parents and students can log in, and the students can see their grades and their schedule and contact you. There's also a link to Skyward Mobile, so if you're accessing Skyward on your iPhone or on your Android device, then you would go there, and it's formatted for the small screen or your iPad. So then there's also some other links here, like the middle school, high school library catalog, and also some resources, and also the ES Library catalog and other resources. So if you're curious what kind of books we have in our collection, you can browse the middle school, high school catalog. You don't have to log in or anything. You can just browse the books, and also the elementary catalog there. We also use Atomic Learning here at AIS-R, and it's a great resource for learning things like Microsoft Word and Office and Adobe Photoshop. It has all kinds of tutorials, video tutorials, much like this one, on using Moodle and creating courses and setting up courses and how to do all kinds of different things with Moodle. So it's a great resource, so we have it right up front. There's also a link to the framework for teaching and a link to tell you a bit more about Moodle. If you're new to Moodle, you might want to check that out first. You'll see a link to wiki spaces there. This is our school's wiki, so you can use that in your teaching and use it with your classes. It's very easy to use, and you can learn more about that when you get here. If you're familiar with wiki spaces, then all the better. All right, so before you go much farther, there's some other things down here, like you can see who's logged in the last 30 minutes, etc. But if you really want to go further, you need to log in. So you have your login information in your email. So mine is MMCGLADE, and then I put in my password, 2013 AIS-R. That's 2013 AIS-R. That will get you in. log in. Okay, once you've logged in, you see a little bit more. You will see some news. We have a high school sort of news block here. We have a middle school news block, so you can see what's going on right now. You can see the daily bulletin for the high school, daily bulletin for the middle school. There's also an ad for our Eagle's Nest where you can pick up some cool swag for AIS-R. And let's see, we're having a clothing drive. So anyway, so there's some news down the middle. And on the, let's see, I'll start on the left here. Over on the left, well, you won't see site administration. That's I do, because that's me. But you should see a list of courses that you are enrolled in. And so far, we haven't enrolled you in the courses that you'll be teaching, not yet, because we haven't necessarily created those, or they may be courses that are going on right now. So you're not enrolled in those just yet. But you are enrolled in some courses that can be very useful to you right now. The first one is, you'll see, is AIS-R Community. Now, the AIS-R Community course is a course that is open to all parents, students, and teachers at the school. So it doesn't have a whole lot in it, but it has some useful information about the school. And it also has a community forum. So that's where people in the community post want ads and things that they're selling, or things that they want to buy, or things that they've lost. That's where kids post, I lost my BlackBerry, things like that, or dogs for sale, pets and things. Good place to find phone numbers of doctors, phone numbers of veterinarians. A lot of sharing goes on there, so that's really helpful. You will also be enrolled in one called Faculty and Staff, and that's where I want to focus on right now. In the Faculty and Staff course, there are sections for all the different schools, and right up at the very top, right up here, is a Faculty and Staff bulletin board. Now this is the place, I'm going to go on in there, just click on that, and this is the place where teachers who are leaving will be posting things that they are selling. So what you might want to do, you certainly don't have to, but what you might want to do is you may want to subscribe to this forum. So up in the top corner here, you should see, I manage this forum, so I see a lot of links here, but what you will see is a link where you can subscribe to the forum. That way, if anybody posts anything in here, then you'll get an email alert about that. Now you don't have to respond to them, and you don't have to look at them. You can delete them if you like. But then if anybody is selling anything, then you would have access to that. So now in terms of buying things from people who are leaving, that is something that probably your personal buddies will be able to help you with in terms of arranging payment. Just contact somebody who's selling something and work it out with them. Okay. All right, so here I am, I'm looking at a post, and I can go back either to the home, so there's a link there to go home. That'll take me right back out to the front page of the Moodle, or I can go back to the Faculty and Staff course, that's Pro Staff, that'll just take me out there, or I can go back to the bulletin board itself. So this little breadcrumb trail here helps me get around. Going back to the home page, we're going to take a look at another course that appears in your list, and that is the Learning Office course. So if you scroll down in your course list, you should see one course called Learning Office. So open up that course. In the Learning Office course, you will find information about our curriculum, our information about professional learning and assessment. So here are some things about accreditation, which we worked on last year. And then here is curriculum and learning. So you can click in there and get to our curriculum guides. Not the curriculum maps, I'll show you curriculum maps in a minute, but our curriculum guides. And then there's also a tab here for assessment and professional learning. So now I'm going to take you to, I'm going to go back out here to the home page. And I'm going to take you to our curriculum maps. So Atlas Rubicon is our curriculum mapping program. So if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see it here. There's a link to Atlas Rubicon. What you'll see is a list of names. So I'm going to choose the names here, and I see returning teachers and also some new teachers. There's Brian and Laura, Sarah. And I'm going to find my name. Okay, so down here to, that's mine. And your password is INSPIRE, I-N-S-P-I-R-E. Click login. Now, that will show you a list of courses. Now, you have not been assigned any courses yet, so what you'll want to do is go up here to the Browse tab, and under Browse, you'll be able to look for any courses that you are interested in. So you have access to look at any curriculum map from any course. So they're all here in a list, and you can browse through, or you can say, well, I only want to see high school, and I only want to see English. And then you'll see all the high school English courses. Okay. If you don't want to look at those, so I can take away those limiters. High school, take that away. English, take that away. I could say I want to see everything in grade 4. And so then I see grade 4, there are classes for language arts, French, counseling, computer. All the core classes for homeroom are divided by subjects. So there's a science course and a social studies course. One thing that we've been working on this year is we've been learning teaching for understanding. So the TFU framework is our new planning model. You will see in every subject area and in every grade, there is one course, or at least one course, that has TFU at the beginning. So the Social Studies 4 course is their current curriculum map, but the TFU Social Studies 4 is the one we've been working on. So, and all the curriculum maps will look like this next year. So that might be one you might want to look at. And those are laid out according to the TFU framework. And we've only developed one unit. Everybody's been working on one unit. So in the TFU map, you'll see one unit, and you can open that up. And it'll show you, so it goes like this. There's a unit description, the standards that are used in the unit, the overarching understanding goals, unit level understanding goals, both in statement and question form. Then there's a generative topic for the unit, the AIS-R learning principles that are used in the unit, and then performances of understanding. So this is what we've been working on this year. So you can see they're very complete, very comprehensive. And we're going to be spending a lot of our professional learning time next year with you, working on developing more units and teaching you how to do this too. Okay, so it might seem a little overwhelming right now, but I hope you'll also find that there's a lot of really good information there and that the curriculum maps can be very useful to you. Okay, so I'm just going to close those tabs and go back here. So if I want to see science, science is going to look a little different. Here we go, so Unit 1. And so their assessments are there, the activities that they do, the benchmarks, and their resources. Okay. So that's Atlas Rubicon. And you can browse through any and all curriculum apps that you're interested in. So I'm going to log out of that, clicking on the AIS-R logo up here. And back to Moodle. So those are probably faculty and staff and the learning office are probably the courses that you might want to check into before you come. Another thing that you can see in Moodle is if you look over on the right side, you should see a thing called Google Apps. We use Google as our mail system, and we also use Google Docs quite extensively. So there are links here to Gmail and Google Docs, and when you click on those, it's going to ask you to log in again, but you use the same username and password. When you're here at school, on campus, for the students and when you're at school, it just goes directly to your mail. See, it doesn't ask you to log in again. But for you, because you're not here yet, it'll prompt you for your username and password. So that is where you can get into your AIS-R Gmail. It's your username at AISR.org. you can get into your Gmail there. You can start making docs or use Google Docs if you like. And also, for now, the school will be contacting you at your personal email address, the one that I've sent this information to. But we're also going to start using your AIS-R.org address, so you can start using it anytime. And you can contact people here. When you're in Gmail, you just type in a person's name and it will pop up with their address. And if you are unfamiliar with Gmail or Google Docs, you can find some resources on how those things work on our website. If you go there and go down to the community area here to technology resources, we posted some, we started using Gmail last year, so we posted some videos here about how to use Google Docs and Gmail, and so you can go through and there's lots of tutorials there that you can look at to help you learn our email system. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I had for today. So I'm going to say goodbye now. And please, if you have any questions or any problems logging in or anything else you'd like to know about Moodle or Gmail or Google Docs, please feel free to email me and I will get back to you. Okay? Thank you.